Alright, hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Michael. I like wizards and dragons and making games, and I think it is now time to do another one of those progress milestone recap things in this here wizard game that I've been working on in Game Maker for the past who even knows how long. So I've recently been doing a lot of things with magic spells, so we can create bouncy tiles, we can push things around, we can bloom flowers. Always love blooming flowers, and we can use that to create like geometry so that we can cross gaps or climb up things or that kind of thing. And of course, we've got push spells, which is a push and unlock spells are a staple in any wizard-based game. I think it's time to do a little, progress recap, milestone, whatever video of the how the magic spells have been going. I don't have too much to say about it this time because nothing really, for lack of better words, nothing really went horrendously wrong in the last couple of these videos. I've got, how many spells do I have implemented? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spell types implemented. There will be a 6th later on once I get NPCs in the game, which I think is a pretty good lineup of verbs that the player can do. Should be able to create some interesting levels based on those. I'm not going to get into level design quite yet. If I go back over to this Codecks board, this is where we are now. So at the end of the Magic gameplay, card deck stack thing, and there's a couple things that I'd like to do before I really get on to level design. So immediately next, I'm going to be working with like game state, player state, that kind of thing. I mentioned this at the end of the last one. This shouldn't be too hard. This is mostly just numbers. I've discussed that before. After that, there's a few miscellaneous interactions with just the player in general and also magic things that I'd like to get done. I mentioned like pressure plates or buttons or something like that. I also had in the, I realized at some point in the maybe stack there was like knockable pots you can knock over a flower pot or something and have treasure fall out. That's something that also appeared in the early Potter games that another idea I'm just going to pull for my own use. And I'm sure that I'll have ideas for other miscellaneous interactions that I could add that would be fun between now and then. After that, we're going to be getting around to NPCs and characters, and then this is where I'm really going to be implementing the mind read spell because it doesn't really make sense to do that before implementing NPCs. Can I unhand that? Yeah, let's unhand that. Are you gonna... Are we gonna unhand? No? Alright, I don't know why that one's still highlighted. By the way, I apparently accidentally added the Bloom Flower spell type to the basic gameplay stack instead of the hand earlier when I was working on that, and I didn't notice until just like 5 minutes ago, so let's complete that for real. So I don't want to get too far, like prognosticating development too far out. Hopefully at least game state and inventory, other interactions, and NPCs and characters will be done by like the end of the year. I am still a little bit behind where I wanted to be when I first planned this out because I did skip a bunch of weeks in the middle of the year when it came to finishing 3D Collision, so I took like 2 months off of this, and I still haven't really caught up to the number of weeks it's been since the beginning. I don't know how much I really care about vigilantly sticking to that schedule or if I'm just okay with just like winging it. Yeah, on my schedule, Magic gameplay was due 3 months ago. Game state was due 2 months ago, and Magic interactions is due in like a month and a half. Hopefully, I'll be able to at least like hit that one. Let's see, what else was there that I wanted to mention? So I've been saying, and I haven't done this yet, but I've been saying that on my own time, I will draw better symbols for some of these. Some of these spell symbols don't really bother me that much, like that shoe for the springing spell, Spongify or whatever, the hand for push. Like, I'm okay with that, right? But some of these, like this MS Paint Hourglass, definitely needs to be redrawn. There's the textures on objects in the game also need to be redrawn because I do actually want to draw all my own art for this game, which is something I've never done before, and it's probably going to be hard. That's honestly part of why I want to do it. I don't know if I should set out a goal of like every week, in addition to getting the things that I said I was going to get done, I should try and like have a passably acceptable graphic for at least one or two additional things every week, and then like probably accelerate that pace a bit towards the end of the game when the game logic is mostly done and then we're just dealing with content. That might be reasonable. I am a little worried about NPCs. I'll probably make them sprites. I probably will not try to animate a 3D NPC because I don't want something to look like pre-PS1 3D quality animation, because that's about where my animation skills are. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Now this is also the video where I probably would do things like just general code maintenance, clean up the asset browser a little bit in this Game Maker project. But aside from like, I don't know if I want to just create like a folder for animation stuff and just throw these easing curves in there. Like aside from that, I've managed to clean up after myself fairly reliably in the last couple of videos, which is uncommon. See if that's a trend I can continue. And I don't know if I've by the same coin, I don't know if I've really found that many annoying bugs recently. Aside from like these two, that's definitely going to have to be an on my own time thing, because I have a feeling it's going to take a really long time to figure out which exact bit of logic is responsible for that. Make sure you can stand on moving spell blocks. What does that even mean? Because I obviously like... Does that mean like if I'm standing on a moving block I can like cast a spell or something like that? Because I can obviously stand on top of these and cast spells. That's not really a question. Alright, I also see that I can, when that block was moving, I could get the spell symbol on these. It was just a little bit hard to aim on the move like that. Like that worked fine. Would it be safe to check that box off? Can I put a card in a status that's like, we believe it's done, but we haven't completely confirmed yet? So honestly, that's pretty much it. I don't have all that much to say about the end of this Magic gameplay milestone, other than that it was a lot of fun creating different spells like this. The fact that I've done similar spells to a lot of these in other games does make this a little bit easier, and that I didn't have to like figure all this out from scratch. Push spell in Wizard Ducks works pretty much the same way as the push spell in this game, just with a 3D coordinate system. I believe I did mention once or twice that I might do like a Lumos spell from the Potter games in this one. I'm not sure if I want to really do that. The Bloom spells really fulfill like 50% of what Lumos does already, and that it can basically create geometry that you can platform on. But as for like revealing holes in geometry that you can use to walk through walls and stuff, I'll think about that. Maybe I'll throw that on the maybe pile. But I don't really feel like this is like necessary or anything like that. Give that a like, Lumos is a fun spell and all, but I don't really feel like this is necessary to create interesting levels at this point in the game. Anyway, this is probably going to be a short video because once in a while I like to just make a short video and not go on for a half an hour. Next time, we'll see how much of game state and inventory I can get knocked out. If I, let's see, work on the easy ones first. Currency stats, like collectible items. Do I want to also try and do like collectible card systems, or is like collectible items going to be enough? I'll be ambitious. Let's see if I can implement like a collectible card system at the same time. It's a lot of points of work in that one next video. All right, My name is Michael. I like Wizards and Dragons and making games. If you want the code for this, look for the GitHub repository down in the video description. Not many changes. Since last time, but the 0.33 tag release is going to be the state of the project as of where I am right now. I try to post about 2 game dev videos a week. One, let's make a game like this, and one tutorial. I like to focus on the weird 3D things you can do in Game Maker, so if any of that appeals to you, feel free to subscribe. I have a Patreon, so if you want to contribute to the channel, links to that can be found in all the usual places. Otherwise, I hope you all found this interesting, and I will see you all later. Special thanks to Zenjamin, VitroV, Squarecrow, Syndra Larson, Manta Ray, Game Maker, Edward Holt, and DJ Gibbles for supporting these videos. If you want to contribute to the channel, head on over to the Patreon page down in the video description to join the fun.